comfy car. You didn't have time to think about it before, but you realize now that you're hungry. No, not exactly. It's not a rumbling stomach that grabs your attention. It's a need to start somewhere in your abdomen and spread to your chest, throat, and back of your head. Oh, I just felt that just then. You become restless. This is essentially a kidnapping. But you willingly got in. This is a car ride. Whatever this guy says about his purpose, it doesn't change the fact you're being held against your will. And you're not used to following orders when you can't delegate them to someone else. You feel a need to get a semblance of control over the situation. Do you decide to prove yourself useful? Oh god. Alright. We have a venture. So, where should we go with this? You know, we have a few choices. Could be, we could take it anywhere really. There we go. Just started off my background noise again. Alright, I'm gonna see if... Alright, I should get the middle one. Listen, I'm an investment advisor and I have lots of experience in fintech. Whatever your organization is, it might find use for me. I don't even have an idea what fintech is, and honestly, I don't care to find out. A short pause. I'll be frank, currently you're in no position to offer anybody anything. The sooner you accept that, the better. All these three don't sound good. They might give us, a slap to the face, I think, if there's any of these. Depending how sensitive he is. He doesn't seem sensitive. He has a very rough skin, to put it as that, So, I'm not sure which one sounds the better one of the choices. Which one won't get us flung out the car? That's the important bit. Number 3, ridicule his lack of ambition. Big words for somebody dedicated. Errand boy, I wonder if you've ever achieved anything. I wonder that right now. You push the right buttons, he gives you an absolutely furious stare through the rearview mirror. For a second, you spot a crack in his professional demeanor. You don't know anything about me. You have no idea where I'm coming from or where I'm heading. For a few seconds, he quietly fumes. Your attitude won't help you make any friends, and in your current position, you definitely need some. Consider that, preferably in silence. That dull hunger strikes again. The powerlessness hurts. You are used to people listening to you, or pretending to care about your demands at least. Alrighty. There we go. I just have to do that. Alright. Actually, you know what? How about we... After the stream, the driver doesn't play that game, and it annoys you to no end. It takes you another 20 or so minutes to get to your destination. As the door opens, you try to get your bearings. You are still in New York, that much is certain. Queens, maybe. After me. No sudden movements, please. You approach the nice-looking building that houses a 2-story gallery called the Art Road. I'm not quite sure how to feel about that, but, let's go for it. 2 large manuscripts flank the doors on both sides. They give you Oh, they give your companion a nod as you approach. Prompted by the stranger guiding you, you walk inside. The gallery is full, which is unusual in this hour, to say the least. I just realised if I ever do, well, when I eventually start doing some masquerade scenery, I may have to do some little doodles and make it look like really fancy modern day art. You know, like the ones where you can just draw like a squiggly line on a bit of paper and it sells for thousands of pounds kind of thing. Yeah, that kind of thing. I I I have to do that. I have to do that. You will see my artistic, well, something anyway. Just doodled on the walls. Or something like that. After about 2 dozen faces fill the showroom, and a number of waiters navigate the gathering, serving drinks. All of them are beneath the guests' attention. The visitors are well dressed for the most part, but it's unclear what they have gathered here for. Nobody seems to be particularly interested in the art pieces on the walls, and the atmosphere is polite, unnaturally so. Many guests turn to look at you, and the stranger who brought you here. Their glances are varied. You see open contempt on a few faces and animated interest on others. Most of the eyes in the room calmly observe you, as if wishing to appraise your worth. Ha! I'm only worth a penny. I'm worthless in that case. They wouldn't even look at me. I'm being honest. That's me, not the character. Me. Yeah. This reminds you of your company meetings. Hmm. You, the only one in the room, silently judged not on her merits but on her standings on the list. Passing clandestine emails threads between your male co-workers until HR found out, that is. Not the most pleasant experience, but there's no denying it taught you resilience. When others would cower, you now straighten up. When others would turn their gaze, you met the eyes of the gallery's guest with confidence. Oh god, okay. I'll do some. Good evening, Coteries, and you, Charity. The noble, cold voice takes you out of your head and back to the situation at hand. The gallery. A crowd of strangers. You being brought here against your will. For what purpose? The room awaits your response. Would you say I'm leaning towards number one, but I will let you decide. I'll do this until half midnight, by the way, the stream. So we've got a good. How much longer do we have? 57 minutes, I think. I don't know though. We'll do it till then, but I'm gonna let you. Which answer do you feel would be best for this situation? Because I am leaning more towards one. It'd be good. I gotta admit, when I maybe play a game like this, I might have to get out my dice. Yeah, might have the masquerade dice. And try and do like the success rates. Because knowing Marlock, I'm gonna be dead within the first sort of like moment of the game, you know. I roll a die, pick a fight with Coteries, and see me just get smeared a lot along the floor and the wall. But yes, so which number would you like to pick? 1, 2, or 3? Good evening, miss. Excuse me. What? What is this about? So you may get to pick. I mean, I would roll. In fact, I do have your dice here, and I might roll using your dice for this one. But I'm not too sure because basically, Vampire Masquerade is more about being very careful with how you speak. because you're literally having to tread around humans, so not making them realize you are a vampire. You've also got to tread carefully among your own kindred, because otherwise they might stake you and leave you out for the sunlight to get you, or they might do far worse to you. So you kind of have to, you know, make sure, that everything is all balanced out. You're treading on thin ice with every direction you go in. It's like being in the middle of a thinly iced ocean. In basically, in Vampires Masquerade. Oh, okay. Good evening, miss. You are addressing the Prince of New York City, Helena Panhard, Charity of Michaela. I am probably butchering them names. Thank you, my sheriff, but I am capable of introducing myself. She is somewhat plain looking and doesn't seem to pose a great deal of charm. But still, the entire room is intently focused on her voice. She has influence over these people, that much is clear. Mhm. You may address me as Prince, child. I realize your introduction into unlife was abrupt, and I understand your sire left shortly after. What happened to him anyway? The rules of our society dictate I punish you both for this transgression. A murmur of agreement, maybe, can be heard from the gathered audience. But I am willing to listen to what our loyal sheriff has to say about the circumstances of your embrace first. Now, if we were making this character a little bit more, kind of doodle, what's it called, entendre. So basically, playful, I guess, with the English language. We could say number 3, but I want to make sure, because this is of like this entire playthrough is basically for you, Archmagus. Ah, I see. You're going with the playful. Okay. Embrace. Is that what you call dredging a woman and okay, and her in a private lounge, and you want to punish me for it? She looks nicely dressed. I mean, I gotta admit, yeah. The embrace is much more than that. I shall inquire about how it happened later. First, we need to hear what the sheriff has to say. You are about to be judged by the court of New York City. Courier, please tell us how you found this fledgling and what happened on your way here. Court? Prince? Is this some kind of secret society make-believe? A trusted informant, who has chosen to remain anonymous at this time, tipped me off about a suspicious kindred appearing in one of our domains. Upon investigating, I found them gone, but this fledgling remained in their place. A reservation made in the private lounge of the patriarch suggested this one sire had plenty of resources to spend. However, there is apparently also well connected. I lost track of them. Despite some reservations, she offered little resistance last night and cooperated on our way to the safe house. I was pleased to not have to force her complaisance. Opening the door to the safe house tonight, I was greeted by my grandma's disturbing sight of her drenched in regurgitated blood. Apparently, the bag supply we kept in the fridge was not to her liking. The remark elicited a contemptuous chuckle from one of the gathered guests as they noted the remains of the blood on your shirt. It was not an elegant sight, but that hardly matters, I suppose. Moving on. We had a quick chat, but wishing to appear here potaste, I urged her to join me. And she did without a struggle, a pleasant departure from my usual routine, I must say. During our drive here, she showed me her fangs, metaphorically speaking, posturing as if we were equals, insulting me when it didn't work. I refrained from her, from causing her physical harm, but I expect her ego must be a bit bruised. Sounds like a modern day Uber experience, is that real? He looked at you and flashed a nasty smile. He has claws, as well as fangs. The story ends with us arriving at Elysium tonight. So, the Elysium is basically their word for headquarters, like where the prince resides. That basically means it could be a real building in real life, or you could have like a building made that would fit the surrounding area, like blend in, and have it like it was newly built compared to the other buildings. So like that. I mean, it'd be kind of fun, and this kind of terrain building is it looks a lot easier for the fact it's just normal flat walls, nothing detailing. You don't have to just put tinfoil over it. Generally, you just got to cut the foam, make it fit, and you're done. It genuinely seems that it does look a lot easier. If you want because more modern places are having like wood paneling, like this, having some like wood planks on the wall to give it that rustic look. I could probably recreate that. I probably could, because I've seen how it's done in real life, so I could probably mirror that with some balsa wood and the foam, and do it at a slight angle, and yeah, you get yourself a pretty good looking wall. All eyes are on you again. You take a special interest in one of the faces. It's a beautiful woman with curly, almost blood red hair and a dress to match. I'm doing a lot of hand gestures. I don't know why, because no one can see them. You see her whispering at some respectable man with an absent-minded look on his face. Who is she, you wonder? Thank you, courier. I shall take note of this fledgling's behaviour and will take it into consideration later. She turns her attention to you. First, there's a matter of your sire. The person who brought you where courier picked you up from last night. Who were they? Not at the hiccup. Now, shall we be honest and tell him a handsome businessman swept us off our feet and Mickey Finders? No. I can't believe I use that word naturally. Oh, that sounds such an old wording. Basically, it's a spike in your drink. Yeah, it's a really old wording. I think back from the 70s, I think. But what would you like to go with? Get 1, 2, or 3? I'm actually gonna guess before seeing the chat. I'm not gonna have a chat now, but I haven't updated yet. I'm gonna take a guess you're gonna pick 3. I could be wrong, but I wanna see. So we've now reached this one. So we got. Oh, perfect. An entrepreneur. The queen of my bust, I think. Good looking, pale blue eyes, and some greenish hair. Charming, abusive, cold son of a bitch. You feel tired and angry. The whole situation, spending the day in the sun parking lot, having to bear the looks of a room full of strangers, is almost too much to take in stride. There's no reason you should take it all in your stride, but you do, because there's one thing your professional career has taught you. It's that. All because of that asshole. Whoever he was, he never even gave you a name or a card. Nothing. But he did give you a spiked drink, so I guess you can have that. Well, Carrie, does that sound familiar? No, it does not. Or at least not familiar enough. I'll continue the search after we're done here. Actually, should we be even more honest and go towards 3? Because I think I kind of did hear them speaking to someone before, passing out and then waking up a vampire. I'm gonna take that one. Oh boy. I don't know why I'm tired. Oh wait, yeah I do. Yeah. The whole day was really good by the way. But I barely slept. Yeah. And when I did finally get some proper night's sleep, we're heading back home afterwards. Yeah. Always seems to happen with holidays. Mm. But at least it was a really good holiday, really relaxing. And one of the best things, I got to chat with that Tomatoes every day as well, whilst on it. Yeah. Okay, so you wanna go with number 3 again? He talked to someone at the restaurant. Ow! Hmm. Actually, I wonder. Wow. I'll probably have a little look. Sometime. Yeah, but I'll let you. Number 5. Who's number 5? Ah, right. Well, I'm about to wonder then. Am I that sleepy? I've missed 3. I've missed 2 answers. It's happened before. Weirdly enough. That man. He spoke to someone at the restaurant before he left. I can't remember what he said, but he wasn't alone. Maybe that's a lead you can follow. Did he now? That is interesting. I do hope the proprietor won't stay mad at us for losing one of his staff. Oh, that's right. We ate someone's wrist. I just remembered that. It's almost like he knew the weight his fate is still bothering you and takes pleasure in pointing it out. Okay, he's a bastard, but he's a good kind of written bastard. I gotta admit that he's a good written character in his career so far. Thank you for that observation. I will investigate it later. What shall I do with the fledgling, my prince? What is your recommendation, my sheriff? The traditions are clear. Thou shalt only sire another with permission of thine elder. If thou createst another without thine elder's leave, both thou and thy progeny shall be slain. I am ready to fulfill my duty. Stay your hand for just a moment longer, courier. I wish to consult my counsel on this. Make sure everyone is in agreement. Of course. You seem strangely relieved. I'm relieved as well. We're not gonna die yet. Again. So that's kind of good for us. The prince leaves the main showroom and a handful of people follow out. Alright. You're about to ask this courier what it's all that talk of tradition and councils were. When the red-haired woman approaches the two of you. Sophie? Sheriff, I was wondering if I could have a word with the fledgling. What for? She lowers her voice in response. Come now, courier. We all know what the verdict is going to be. Let me speak to them. You might not have to stay in your hands tonight after all. I'm holding my diaphragm, I don't know why. It's helping, I think, get some more air into the voice. Her words grab his attention. His face is hard to read. It's like several emotions are struggling for dominance. Anger, sadness, hope, gratitude, resolve. I'll go get my sword. He steps out of the room the way you came, and you are left in the showroom with a woman in the red dress. She takes you aside, and the eyes of the remaining guests follow you. Well then, fledgling, you are in quite the pickle. Which one shall we go for? Number 1, number 2, or number 3? Number 1 is, what do you mean? Number 2 is, what is this? What is that about a sword? Which I'm not going to say what went through my mind just then. And the third one, maybe you'll tell me what the hell this is. Ow! I just tangled my fingers with them. Ah! Ha 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 ha. I mean, this game is actually a lot of fun. And yeah, that young. And this us is actually kind of helping. Because, I mean, after all, I am going to be DMing for Archmages. So I'm having to try and get used to try to narrate and try and change a bit of my voice tones. I'm able to do the voices for these. I'm not too sure what I'm doing because I generally can't tell by my own voice. Yeah. Because I am wanting to take the extra step and the extra mile with doing TRPGs and things. Because I have enough knowledge of D&D to be able to play it, create characters, and to DM. Actually, the first two I have a lot more knowledge because I actually have been a player and I've played a few sessions, and I know how to make a character just about off by heart on there. Well, say off by heart. I need to look at the more detailed stuff, but I kind of know I know what I'm doing, and I know where I was looking in the pages, and how to do it. I could sit down and make a character. This is without writing up basically a extensive backstory of pages about how this character rose and then crashed, and then it's about them trying to regain something. I could probably create a character. If I knew what I was doing fully and I had all the dice, I could probably do it in under an hour. A concept of a character, enough backstory to make them interesting, things like that. And I know how to do Cyberpunk Red. I haven't played it yet, but I'm looking forward to trying that out sometime. I do have some scenery stuff I need to build for that, which is in it's like little cardboard walls and things. That one. Alright, number 2. Wait, did I hear that right? What did he say about a sword? I'm not gonna say what goes in my mind then. Your hearing isn't faulty. We only have a short while before the prince hears her counsel out, when Cartier returns here with his blade. So listen, please. Last night you became a vampire. Why did I pull that fiction? Wait, what? Oh yes, I am well aware of how ridiculous that sounds, but it's the reason why we have these nicer words for it. Kindred, being embraced, having a sire, the fact remains. Having crimson snoo is one word I would say. Yes, it was a slab of iron. The anti-snoo blade, we'll call it. The beings called vampires? You're looking at them. They're us. They're you. You glance around. Some of the guests are still occasionally looking at you, commenting on you in hushed tones. Many of the patrons are pale. Really pale. Most holding glasses of wine. No, not wine. Not the right thickness. Not the right colour either. You're trying to come up with something sensible to say, but you're drawing a blank. It makes a morbid kind of sense. You drank blood last night, and there's no denying it. And your breath has not returned. Your heart remains still. A vampire. 2 voices in your head start battling for supremacy. One of them slowly begins to put everything that happened since yesterday together, coming to a conclusion on no matter how insane it might seem. But what she's saying makes sense. The other voice just keeps saying, "What the fuck? What the fuck?" on repeat. You're surprised? This is often how it plays out by design. Claudia deliberately keeping you in the dark and all. If we do nothing, you will be cut down as sure as the day follows night. But I'm here to offer you a chance, a way out, under one condition. I will take you under my wing. If you're lucky, the prince will be in a good mood tonight, and Claudia's complaints about your behavior won't influence her judgment. The society values docility. She might agree to this, but only if you swear fealty to me. I am not making this offer lightly. As your patron, I will take responsibility for you. Your actions will reflect on me. If they reflect negatively, well, I will make sure you face the consequences. We're gonna have Sophie as a patron. Whoopee. Alright. Which one next? You may pick one. What happens if I agree? 2. What if I refuse? Or 3. How will you convince the prince? So I'll let you decide on that one. But yes, as I was saying, I know about I can make characters in Cyberpunk Red, but I still need to learn how to do the combat system in it. Oh, right, number 3 it is. You're saying the prince might have other plans for me? What will you offer to convince her? You'll see for yourself. Hopefully, know this. There are certain traditions and a history of our society in the city that I can tap into. My word might not carry that much weight, but it is not easily ignored either. Steps and hushed voices can be heard from the side room. It seems the prince and her council are returning to the showroom. Cordelia appears from downstairs as well and starts walking towards you. When you hear the verdict, ask to be spared. I'll intervene. Remember my condition. She flashes a heart-melting smile towards Cordelia, who does not smile back. The sheriff's immaculate suit is now complemented by a curvy, ornate-looking metal scabbard, fastened with a colourful sash around his waist. It would be vaguely ridiculous if not surprisingly intimidating first and foremost. Cordelia takes his place next to you and observes the prince take center stage again. Loyal kindred of the New York City Camerville are gathered here tonight. I have made my decision regarding the fledgling. This behavior since being embraced has been disagreeable and thus does not bode well for the becoming a valuable member of our society. You are all keenly aware that these nights we need to close our ranks and trust the wisdom of our elders and their traditions more than ever before. As our trusted sheriff pointed out, there can be only one course of action. Although I acknowledge some of my counsel's divergent opinion on this. She takes a look, specifically one of the people who looked to her left before, a somewhat plainly dressed, shy-looking man who's in a somewhat healthier tone. He bows his head in defiance. I hold the final authority over the fledgling's fate, and I declare that the whole of their embrace might be the sad responsibility. In their absence, it is their progeny that shall be punished. The sentence is final death, to be resolved quickly. Cordelia? Oh, I heard that then. You hear a scraping sound and see the sheriff has unsheathed his curved sword. It is a beautiful detailed blade which you expect must be of a small fortune. It appears sharpness makes you freeze up. 2 outs, bottom of the ninth. His quiet mumbling is audible to nobody but you. His eyes meet yours. You nudge the hint of sadness in his countenance. One that is quickly vanished to give way to a grim determination. And he's out to bat. You will not get another chance to speak up. We got asked to ask for mercy, so we are going to do that. We're going to do number 1. Would you agree? Would you agree for us to do number 1? I think we were asked. Because by the look of it, this could be where we could die. Very easily. I get the feeling choice 2 and choice 3 will lead to our death. Or death. Yeah. So I am leaning towards number 1. I think that is what we were told to say. I believe. There we go. Whew. I need to get that yawn. Yeah. So I'm gonna guess it's gonna be number 1. But I'll wait for a few more. But I'll wait till 43 passed. I think it did say. I think Sophie did say to ask for mercy. So we are gonna do that. There we go. You make your choice. Oh, I clicked end. Spare me, please. Don't make me beg. God damn it, Prince. If I may ask you to stay the sheriff's hand for a while longer. Claudia looks at the prince, awaiting her response. The sword is still hanging above you, threatening to fall at a moment's notice. Is there something you'd like to say, Miss Langley? Yes, if I may. At first, the prince looks somewhat annoyed at the distraction, but she stays quiet for a while, measuring the mood of the room. The borderly suddenly look at you with aroused interest, some of them dismayed and not stealing the bloodshed, but all intrigued by the unexpected twist. The prince nods. Well, let's hear it. Sophie takes feet forward, all eyes on her now, but Claudia's heavy hand on your shoulder makes it clear you won't take advantage of the distraction. Claudia is a very good. Yeah, you definitely want him working for you. My friends, while the traditions are clear, I believe that the proper context should be observed in addition to the letter of our law. The fledglings are burdened, but with proper guidance, they could become an asset to our domain. And I understand you are volunteering to take this unruly child under your protection? Yes, I am willing to give them a chance, and prove to the entire domain that they can adhere to our expectations. I will take nothing less than their full cooperation, naturally. Whispers can be heard again, an incredulous voice or two, a hushed just behead the fucker, some suppressed exclamations of surprise. Silence! I ask all of you to make a note of this moment. I might be persuaded to bend one tradition for this child's favour, but another will have to be enforced even more firmly in its stead. Until thy progeny shall be released, thou shalt command them in all things. Their sins are thine to endure. Are you certain that's the responsibility you wish to shoulder, Miss Langley? I am willing to guide this fledgling and add a valuable ally to our sect in a time of need. Yes, but I would like to receive the right to destruction over them if it pleases you. Shall we remain silent, or shall we speak? Because we're not going to say number 3 doesn't seem like something we'd say. I think Archimedes fallen asleep. That's alright. Alright, so we can either be silent or we can say number 2. Because number 3 is going to get into a lot of trouble. You know what? We'll do number 2. I am worth keeping alive, Prince. Give me a chance to prove myself. That remains to be seen. I do take notice of your tenacity. See that it doesn't become a burden. I shall grant what you ask. Let it be known, Sophie Langley of the Clan of the Rose shall be this fledgling's patron. They shall be considered like sire and child. Miss Langley will take full responsibility for them, and I grant her the right of destruction, if she sees fit to use it. Let my intentions be clear, however. If I am to turn a blind eye to one of my most prosperous investigation, I expect it to be beneficial to the Camarilla. Substantially so. I hope you find this verdict satisfactory, Miss Langley. Of course, Prince. Thank you. Very well. He turns to you. What is your name, child? Amanda, Prince. She nods. Welcome to the Camarilla, Amanda. We got this. Okay, so basically Camarilla is a major sect of vampires devoted primarily to maintaining the masquerade through influence and manipulation of moral society. That's good. Now this even proves me even more eventful and I expected with the fledgling's fate. The sadly vampire here concluded. Okay. Fledgling, a newly created vampire still under the size protection. So these are kind of like they're kind of like how basically you have like a child, an infant, and you're still protecting them, you're still giving them the care, the nurturing, and when they reach like I think the actual age, I think, turn like 18 or 21, you feel like they've learnt the things they need to survive in the real world, and just let them go. In this case, fledglings, these are kind of like this. So these are vampires which have been just turned. They need nurturing. They need teaching in the ways about how the masquerade works. You're teaching them everything they need to know, and to the point where they end up actually, and when then they reach a point where they eventually know the masquerade by heart, they know what they're doing, they know enough skills to obtain blood, you can then be able to go off on your own. They will let you go off on their own to do what you want, but you can still be under them. It just means you're not getting as much protection from them anymore. If you get attacked and go back, then yeah, they will do. But apart from that, yeah. Thank you all for appearing on such short notice. Give me regards to those who couldn't make it, Cordelia. More of your time before I let you return to your duties? Of course, Prince. A vampire who has claimed the given expansive domain as their own, generally city, and supports the claims against all others, the term can be referred to as to a kindred of either sex. Alright, so it basically means there's no prince or princess, it's just prince. Just one title. But I guess if you really wanted to make it like you have a character, or the character knew a prince that was a female, and they decided they were gonna try and shake the old ways. They try and modernize it a bit more, and they went a princess for like female members. That it could even like that, I guess. Something a little bit like modern day appropriation of it. You choose your sign, the lands. That doesn't leave much of a space for interpretation. You will be watched, you will be judged, and if need be, you will be punished. The two of them leave the archive. Well, Amanda, I think we both already managed to significantly improve each other's evenings. But let's keep the ball rolling, shall we? I think we should have a toast for a new fruitful partnership. She raises her hand over well-dressed concierges who now reappear in the room to refill the guest glasses. The conveniently handsome man approaches with a carafe of red liquid. The memory of throwing up in the safe has to fresh in your mind. The idea it could happen again is almost enough to reject the drink altogether. But there's no denying you want it. Need it. I remembered what Claudia said about your misadventure before getting in the car. Some of them are more delicate palates than others. Try to take a small sip, s'il vous plaît. He pours into two tall glasses. You can barely wait until we hand you the drink. Your attention is fully on it. The fact that it's blood, you are certain of it, doesn't faze you this time. Shocking. It's difficult to take just a sip. Even the taste of it was foul before you attempted to down the whole glass in one go. Sounds like me drinking, does that? To a degree. You wait before taking a second taste. You're glad you did. A feeling like heartburn signals you can't put it down. You spit it back inside the glass. Sylvie looks on, intrigued. I'm not surprised. NYC Coteries have very bodier's ideas about what good blood should taste like. Well, you just need to keep trying. At Sylvia's request, concierge serves you 3 variants of blood. The first 2 are tolerable when ingested before, both ending back in the glass without moments of tasting them. Before the third, we're only further less than 4, and the final one. This one's different. Instead of mud and decay, the surprising rich bouquet of taste. You feel blissful way at ease, and still takes notice. Ah, there it is, Jacob. Will you kindly let us know who the donor was? Leave the bottle, please. The concierge nods and leaves again. Another sip, and another. Your glass is empty. The dull feeling in your stomach and heart starts subsiding, but you still want more. Sophie pours you another glass and refills hers. She takes a sip. You have a curious specific taste, Amanda. Is it the clove? Oh, is it the clover note, a trace of caffeine, or the bittersweet aftertaste of melancholy? You taste nothing of the kind, but it doesn't matter. It's tasting not as delicious as it was last night, not as intoxicating. It managed to silence the hunger. Somewhat, though. Hunger, the urge to feed. For vampires, the hunger possesses all the drives of its own powerful call. If you get too hungry, you ignore it. You end up going into the beast. So, basically, you become feral, and you'll just go after anyone that moves and just feed from them. Drinking blood puts you at ease. It is a strange realization. A man named Jacob comes back with a small card and leaves the sofa. He takes a quick look and passes it to you. It's somebody's medical details. An office worker, male, Caucasian, 3 years old. Oh god, it's my age. Blood type ABRH plus. Blue eyes, brown hair. No history of substance abuse. New Jersey native might be one of them details that make it more different. Now that we've picked the right bouquet for your palate, these documents should be useful to in your exact taste. Should they be ORH plus or Joy Z boys? But I believe you have more questions. No, perhaps we should start with those related to the systems. Alright. Okay, so what's the obvious question? Sorry about that. I feel this hunger constantly. How much do I have to drink to make it go away? The sad reality is it'll never go away. No matter how much you drink, you will always have more. Unless you consume someone wholly to the last drop, paying them for temporary relief of their life, but either one way or to losing your humanity. Best start from just taking a simple sip from a vessel. Be prudent. Hot, fresh blood will be more satiating than most anything they've served in the fancy glass. But it can make you more voracious. As much as you should have, it depends. If you're frugal, you can survive many nights without a single drink, but it's risky and will tempt the beast. That is part of our curse. Tomorrow I shall take you hunting, and we will explore this topic further. The blood you have tonight should be enough to keep you happy for now. Do this from number 2. So now I'm waiting for you. What are my responsibilities going to be like? To be more complicated than working for me. If I wished for a servant, it would be easier to achieve one than risking a prince. Chagrin at Elysium. I can pretend I see between you what would have been worse if I hadn't spoken. No, not to mention pay for me to witness a senseless final death. It always had. That said, I'll require that you defer to me in all things, but me being your mentor superior also means I shall treat you with my law retainer and understudy. With me, you can go far. Without me and propaganda, you will become a clear danger to the masquerade, and that is why, with your sire gone, the prince wanted you out the picture too. The concierge returns, asking permission to intrude, whichever gives you a polite smile, leans in to whisper in her ear, you know the gallery is now almost empty. I'm being told the gallery is about to close, but we still have quite a lot to discuss. We'll go to my apartments. My jalopy is waiting downstairs. Come. The smile she puts on could tip any negotiation towards her favour. Her words are more like honey, and she makes it impossible to take your eyes off her. You are under her spell, momentarily. Sophie leads you to luxurious silver Rolls Royce and invites you to sit in the back. A chauffeur, a broad-shouldered, clean-shaven, middle-aged guy starts driving immediately. Where did we leave off? I believe I started telling you a bit more about our customs. You heard the prince refer to our traditions. The chief among us is the masquerade. As you might encourage you assembling a niche gallery after closing time, our comings, goings, doings tend to be somewhat secretive. Yeah, we do not advertise at a distance. We allow myths and modern fictions to morph and muddle the facts. So the vast majority of we remain bedtime stories and pop culture icons. Say it's that one television show about a vampire angel still popular. Oh, that's Buffy the Vampire Slayer, I think. Our clandestine ways help us remain safe, allow us to explore awareness, occasional trip up the rational minds of 21st century humanity, and dictates much of our interactions with models. Number 3. So what you're saying is, who I have become must remain a secret. What about my job then, my career? Is it over? Just like that? Not necessarily, but you'll need to step lightly. It goes without saying you'll need preparation for your disappearance. And there'll be a few more nights before I let you go in alone. You might be willing to keep it now, but that comes with some caveats. For one, sunlight burns us. That's why we rest during the day. You felt it more like being dead than being dormant, isn't it? Some more folk-related threats are just legends. Occasionally, minor nuisance, garlic, running water, even little symbols of the powers. The master wield is uniquely pure and godly. Stakes through the heart of those nights. To avoid, they do not destroy, what they do paralyze, which under the right circumstances often be the same thing. Now the question is the reason to have somebody that much to drive regularly make sure you're safe when you drift away. We have many enemies, and thus often know their adventures lie within daylight. Number 3. Am I right thinking having a human friend or two is necessary then, or at least useful? In moderation, especially if they don't know your true nature. Also, I would say that subordinates are useful, but friends, I haven't had one of those in many years now. Our little sect supplies social interactions aplenty, but it doesn't really encourage friendship. Alliances of convenience to be broken at a whim, yes, that's more like. Long-term solitary does occur in the Camarilla, but we are a very politicalized organization by necessary. Loyalty is to your sire, to your prince, and to the sect. Friends must remain distant priority at best for us to maintain the masquerade and thrive as the years pass. With age comes authority, and with it comes influence and power, if you wish to reach for them. She seems to be lost in thought and falls down for a while, leaving you pondering all things you've learnt tonight. It feels absolutely unreal, but as pieces after pieces of knowledge fall into place, the image becomes almost like an entire logical jigsaw puzzle. Whatever you wouldn't believe on your own, you've witnessed. Many questions swarm your thoughts, but the one you kept returning to is, what is your place in the new reality should be? The car stops. You're in the city full, in front of an old but well-renovated apartment building. We're here. Would you like to see your lodgings? What's this? I get my own apartment? That's neat. Considering it's the first of many gifts I'm able to grant a strange daughter, come upstairs. Ooh, she leads you through the small hall. The night guard who greets Miss Langley with a good evening, and you take the stairs up to the second floor. Sophie opens the door to the room 209. That looks wow, that looks really nice. Inside, all amenities you expect from a modern apartment. Some you wouldn't have deemed necessary that beautiful night, including thick blinds on the windows. Yeah, I have some pretty thick blinds on my windows as well, because I keep getting direct sunlight every morning. Like, it's direct sunlight by 98% of the day. And it really heats up my room a lot, so I had to have some blackout blinds. The back room was a comfortable looking bed and thick steel doors and several sturdy looking locks, but no windows. Well, how do you like? This is great. Thank you. I'm glad. Make yourself at home. Tomorrow I'll take you hunting and discuss the blood in more detail. I'll let you get comfortable. The keys are about the television set. I will come pick you up tomorrow night. Use the back room for rest. You can lock the doors just in case. It stings a bit when she leaves. It's like the room suddenly becomes a few shades dimmer. You spend the kitchen having to find something to drink. Nothing. No regular food either. Feels strange that Eddie could be more thoughtful host than your new sire, even though it's only in that respect. You briefly wonder if the chef might have a hidden side. With nothing left to do, you lie on the couch, the TV playing in the background for company. Columbo reruns. Kojak reruns. President of the United States got himself in serious trouble again. President got himself out of trouble again. Pundits out yelling at each other things seemed a bit less exciting but just 2 days ago. You start drifting off, reflecting about another night of confusion, conversation, and the worldview's shattering revelations. How many more before you finally understand what's happened to you and what you're supposed to do now? You kept coming back to the life you left behind, the people you should contact, the things you want to pick up from your apartment. You wonder when you'll get a chance for either. As you start to feel at the same time as before made you drift into a cold sleep last night, you step into the back room, the bed is comfortable, the lack of windows less so. You leave the light bulb on, looking out your eyes, it's the closest you'll come to staying at stunning sun on a breezy summer day again. And with melancholy overwhelms you. Right. We are gonna end it there. We will do the next of this stream sometime. When we do that, we get to go on a good old hunt. Or learn from Sophie Langley just how to do it. So, I am going to end it there. We're going to do this. I do have Shadows of New York, by the way. I do have that one. I have the sequel. I haven't installed it, I think. But we're doing this one first. See how it is. So we are working with Sophie Langley, part of the clan, the cult of the Rose. So I really hope you all enjoyed it, folks. It was a really fun stream doing this. Yep, my throat's a little sore, but yeah. But at least I did longer. I somehow spoke for longer. Before I started hurting, so I've got a good 10 minutes thing before I started getting too sore. Alright then, folks. For me, that much, thank you very much for watching. I will have to let you all know if Ahmed and myself do create a Vampire the Masquerade TRPG character. Or at least have an attempt, because by the look of it, it is a little bit more complex compared to Cyberpunk Red, D&D, and stuff like it. It seems a bit more complex than that, but it's still worth having a try. Yeah, because, yeah. And I do have the companion version as well, meaning I get 3 more clans to pick from. So I have got core book that, and I think as well an additional one that gives additional roleplay situations. But yeah, okay. So catch me in the next stream. Will be on Wednesday. I am probably going to do a Vermintide 2 stream on Wednesday. Because hopefully Wednesday, I'm finally going to Warhammer World for the first time in years. Yeah, so that'll be really fun to do. Because I've got my Christmas projects happening as well, but I need to pick up something to be able to start that. I've also realised that I've inadvertently ordered some silicon to make some moulds and things, but it turns out I already had a second box of it, so I've kind of ordered too much. But at the same time, I'm going to keep it because I could actually use it. But alright then. So, thank you very much for watching. Do please catch me in the next stream. On Wednesday, some Vermintide 2. Friday, I don't know what I'm going to do for Friday. I'm going to have a think about that. But we'll have to see, because I know tomorrow as well, I'm doing some Final Fantasy 14 with Archmages. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Alright. So, catch me on Wednesday, folks. Alright. See you all later, folks. Catch me then.